What's up, guys? Matocaster here, and today we are in Car Mechanic Simulator, and I figured we'd just start out here at the Junkyard, see what's going on over here. Sometimes there's some gems. If not, we can always go to the auction or see if we can find another barn find. Here we have, actually, I want to go look at what that was over there. I believe that was a 57 Chevrolet by the looks of the fender over there. It is, but there is not a lot left of it. So I'm not all that interested in that one. Guys, I hope you're having a good day. No complaints over here. We got a Chevrolet Apache. Looks like, yep. Chevrolet Apache lowered V8. That's kind of cool. But again, a little too much is missing to really get overly excited about it. There's always, you always find those. Seems like, not always, but they show up pretty regularly, it seems like. And what do we have over here? We have a F250, looks like. Yeah, Ford F250 with a ton of swap options. This is a truck I would really like to do. But it is in rough shape. But I like all the swap options. Okay, that one's in the back of my head right now. That wouldn't be too bad. It's got a Nebraska plate. That's awesome. Nothing over here. Anything behind the bus? Nope. Not today. Ooh. What is this? A 59, 60 Cadillac. 59 Cadillac hearse. Oh, that's cool. You could almost do the... I wonder if there's a livery for the Ghostbusters car. That would be pretty cool, actually. Again, pretty rough shape. Not a lot of it left. And over here we have the Illumina stock car, which we have done. 89 Chevrolet Illumina stock car. We have done that, and we just did it recently. I wouldn't mind doing it again, but we just did it recently. So I'm going to pass on that. Oh, we have another Lincoln Continental here. We have done this car, but there's more than one way to do a car. A lot of swap options. Not too bad. Whoa. Did we just find a Ferrari F40? We did. Ooh, and it is rough. It is really rough. But the engine that's in it is the V12 twin turbo. I don't even care about the swap options because the V12 twin turbo, car value $221,000. They're asking $250,000 in this state, which it probably would bring. These Ferrari F40s are highly coveted. Why you would find one in the junkyard is beyond me, but whew, it's hard to pass up on that one. Really hard, and I think that's all we have here. Do we go for the F40 or do we go to the auction? This is going to be a rough build. There is nothing left. I mean, we got the block and the transaxles there. I mean, I guess that's something. Hey, it's got a battery. I mean, it's an F40. We're going to buy it. That's what we're doing. We're buying the car for $250,000. Put it in the garage. Wow, that's a lot of money, but yeah, you stumble across an F40. Whew. Back to the garage. And here we are. Guys, I'm really excited about this, actually. I know it's a lot of money, but I don't feel like it's a huge gamble. It's an F40. The value of these things is absolutely insane, so I figure we're not going to lose our shirts on this. But there, again, this is going to be quite an intense build, as there is hardly anything left. So I suppose not to waste too much time and get this thing over on the lift and get going. Whew. Yeah, she's rough. Let's see. Let's get things looking better at least. Move the welder over there. Take care of any frame and body issues. Yes, let's repair that. And that, again, that makes a world of a difference. Things are looking up already. Yeah, this thing How do you let an F40 get to this state? That's my curiosity. So let's look at what we're working with here as far as the engine goes. Essentially just a block and a transaxle. That's about it. So let's go ahead and get that out of here by pulling off the gearbox. How we want to. This is the first time I've ever done a V12. This is the first time I've ever done a Ferrari on here. So this is new to me right here. So yeah, we do have to pull out the drive axles, which makes sense. Not crazy about these wheels. I think we'll be changing that up. And we'll go ahead and get this drive axle out of here. Jump on. We'll get to the suspension here soon. I just want to kind of get this engine out of here and start building that up. There we go. We got that drive axle out of there. We can take the gearbox out. Hopefully we can repair the majority of this stuff. Get the throw out bearing out of there. The pressure plate. The clutch plate. And the flywheel. We can take the crankshaft right out. There is. Yeah, and that's it. There's nothing left other than that. So, jump over here. Get this block. At least we didn't have to run a compression test or anything like that. See if we can repair. Yeah, we were able to repair the engine. Let's get the block on the stand here. Oh, we're gonna have to go with a build. There it is. V12 overhead valve. There you are. Now we can mount the block. And just put that there for now. It is nice and shiny, so that's good. Since we've got the rear end half disassembled anyways, I figure let's go ahead and take care of this rear suspension. Get the brake caliper off of here. Man, it feels good to be working on a Ferrari. This has been, it's definitely been a car I hoped I would find at some point. Just didn't think I'd find it so far gone. That's okay, we'll bring it back. That's what we're here for. Get this upper suspension arm. Go ahead and take our shock absorber. Lower. And then I think it's just the steering knuckle by the looks of it. Yeah, get that out of there. Cool. On to the other side. Don't even really have to fast forward this one. Just because there's not a whole lot here. No need to. Brake disc. Wheel hub bearing. I like it's got a... I like how the fuel tank's mounted. That's pretty cool. It's got a pair of them. One on either side. Guess this is a thirsty engine, huh? Get this lower off of here. And the knuckle can come. Might as well grab these fuel tanks. See if we can do anything about those. That one must still have the pump in it. And it sure does. Get that out of there. Alright, got our knuckle and knuckle cover on. Now we need to put our bottom suspension arm on. Get that tightened down. Then we can do our shock absorber. Our shock assembly there. Our upper suspension arm. Get you in there. We just go straight to the hub. On she goes, the bearing. And then it would take the drive axle there, but we're not going to worry about that until we get the engine and transaxle in. So really, that should do it. On to the other side. Now we can put those fuel tanks in there, replace those. And then I bought performance pumps for these guys. Because it's an F40. Why wouldn't you? There we go. And there you go. Let's take care of this. See, from the engine bay. Take care of this ABS system here while we're back here. Maybe just kind of work back to front on this car, because we're going to go on, get onto the engine here pretty soon. Let's get into the engine bay here and remove our ABS pump. I want to take care of anything else in the rear engine bay, which I'm not seeing anything right away. I do want to come up here real quick while this car is down, grab this battery and throw it on the charger. Get that going while we're doing the rest of our work. Yeah, and it was very, very dead. We'll see if that one even makes it back from the dead. It looked bad. So I just took care of the brake pump and replaced our ABS module. It's in there now. That is all new and in good shape. And I think I lied. Let's take care of the front. Well, actually, I want to take care of the door. Get this windshield out of here. Anything body-wise, let's go ahead and tackle that. There's not much left of it, really. Really not much left of it at all. And I doubt we can repair any of that. Well, we can possibly repair the door and mirror. How did those come out? 100% on that. We will need a Ferrari F40 front window and the body windows. But let's go ahead and get that door mounted. Front right door and our mirror. How about that? Gonna need everything else. But I like where this is going. It's starting to come together. Starting to envision the beautiful F40 that we have before us. Onto the front suspension and brake system. Let's get these rims off of here. Again, I'm going through my head as to what rims. I mean, gotten to the point where I can almost memorize what's sitting over in the rim shop. What rims I want to run on this car. Get that wheel hub bearing out of there. This wheel hub off. Knuckle cover. Upper suspension arm. Get our shock assembly there. Out. Front end link. Outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Take care of our lower suspension arm here. And we can get the knuckle out of the way. That's that side done, guys. On to the other. Now we can take our front sway bar and our power steering rack. Excellent. This teardown is going smooth. Repaired what we could and bought what we needed. Now it's time to rebuild this front end. We'll put the steering rack in and the sway bar. We didn't buy the correct sway bar. How about that? Let's just run over here with sway bar. Oh, front sway bar B. I bought rear sway bar B. All right, now we can put in our sway bar, our inner tie rod, put in our outer tie rod, bolt you in, bottom suspension arm. Yes. And it's hitting me now. I also forgot to put together our shock assemblies. Let's do that together. There we go. Compressing. That's one. Grab it. Throw the next one on. There we go. Compressing. And there we go. Now, back to where we were. Now we can put the shock assembly in. Our upper arm with bushings. Get our end link B here. Get that taken care of. Tighten down all these nice, shiny new parts. Looking so nice under this Ferrari F40. Still can't believe we got ourselves an F40. Again, this car has been a bucket list car, a bucket list find for this game for quite a while. I've always wanted to find this car. That's why it was kind of a no-brainer when I was like, yep, we're buying it. Get these brakes all situated, and we're not going to worry about wheels and tires right now because we're going to pick that out later. On to the other side. So we're going to need a way to cool this car for sure. So I figure we take care of the radiator over here. It's, there it is. The cooling, they call it. Radiator A. Fan housing. Get the fans in there, and that should be good for the cooling. Man, this car, even blown apart, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm thinking it's time we move on to this incredible V12 engine we have here. Let's flip it over. Get to the undersides. Start building this thing out. Right. So let's go ahead and go to part mount. Grab our crankshaft. There we go. There it is. All right. There's a lot of pistons that need to go in here. Let's go ahead and mount our bearing caps here for the crankshaft, and there are several of them. Look at this. A lot more than on your typical V8, which was, I think, 3. Pretty sure it's 3. And then pistons. You guys are going to get bored of this real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this a little bit. We'll put our rod caps on these two so you can see. There we go. Put that one on that one. Then we're going to speed this up just a little bit because there are a lot of pistons and rings and rod caps that need to go in. And here we go with our final rod cap cinched down and our oil pan. And go right on. I like how there's only 4 bolts. On this big of an oil pan, you'd have a lot of leaks there in between. But car mechanic simulator can't get too simulator, I suppose. Let us get our alternator on, mounted, and our power steering pump V12 specific. Okay, this is where it's going to get fun. I bought pretty much every performance part you could buy, including these heads here. Put on this one, and then we'll focus on, what we'll do is we'll focus on this side. The lighting is just so much better. And somebody said they like the close-up video or close-up views, so let us go close-up view on the build of this side of the engine. If not the whole engine, maybe we'll just do the whole engine that way. There is a lot. This is definitely exciting for me. This is the first time I built a V12 on here. Definitely going into new territory here. Lots of spark plugs. Several spark plugs, to be honest. There are 12 on each side, so I'm guessing what each cylinder gets a dedicated spark plug, but the ones on the end, how does that work? I don't know. It's engineers a lot smarter than me put this together, therefore I will not question them and just go about reassembling the artistry that is this. Okay, so what's really cool here too, this is a performance part. Look at these turbos. Look at the size of it. You see that? Look at the size of those turbos. So it'll be exciting to see what kind of numbers this thing will put down just because of all the extra performance parts that we put on this thing. So I think it wants us to move over to the front, which is fine. We'll get our cam gear on. Idler roller A. There we go. Get that on there. I think that's all it's asking for us from there. I'll go ahead and build up the other side. Okay, so that cam gear is on. We are ready to install our timing chain. Then we can put our timing chain gear on. We can put our engine heads on. Oh, they want a lot of bolts for this, but not so many bolts for the oil pan. Interesting how that works, if you know how real cars work. It's an interesting choice here. Get those all. There we go. I don't want to knock this game too much because it really does do a good job. I mean, if you're interested in working on cars and stuff, this is definitely an excellent way to get into it. But once you encounter your first stuck bolt, or you rip the head off a bolt and you have to go in with the easy out, which they call it an easy out, it's not so easy. Let's get this harmonic balancer on and water pump. Nice things are on, well, this one doesn't have overhead valves, but the cams. You don't have to with rockers. You don't have to worry about valve lash and things like that, and engine break-in and whatnot, which is cool, but it's also part of the game. This is definitely, or part of the actual working on cars in real life game, but this is definitely a good way to learn how all this kind of works together. Oh, we got to get our oil filter on. Oh, it's the cool pink one. The V12. That's right. Intake manifold. Time for this. Get this thing tightened down. We got our performance throttle body. We got to do our intake manifold cover. There it goes. And our intercooler set. This is starting to look like a very, very cool engine. And our intercool cover over here, and the one over there. And I believe, look at the size of this thing. I mean, that thing is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I think that's it. I don't see anything. Again, okay, we could do our, fuel filter. And we do need to take, we need our fuel rail. That's kind of important in this situation. I believe that's all I see. I'm gonna take care of the, let's go ahead. Why not? Let's just take care of this now. You know, in real life, you couldn't do this here, but why not? We'll take advantage of the fact that you can on the game. And the only reason is because it's mounted to an engine stand, but who cares? And then we'll get our release bearing in there. All right, perfect. This thing is ready to go in the car. It's ready to go in its new home right there. We'll get our engine crane, move it over to lifter A. Take our engine and grab it, carry it all the way over to the engine crane, and install this magnificent Ferrari engine. How about that? And the first thing we're going to do is jump in here. And where do you put the oil in? Where is that? There's the dipstick. Oh, come on now. Oh. There you are. Hiding. All right. Drink up all that oil. There she goes. All right. Good to go there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Looks so good in there like that. This is a good looking car. All right, so I think it's time now. Let's go ahead and take care of the body. Yeah, let's do the body. Then we'll get on to the wheels and tires because, yeah, this is looking a little incomplete here. Okay, just got back from buying body parts. This hood cost almost $20,000, which I suppose is accurate. Well, you know, if you go try to shop for a Ferrari F40 hood, it's not going to be cheap. So we'll lay that on there. We'll get the headlight in. Left headlight in. Front window in. We'll put our front left door in. The window as well as the mirror. And this little quarter window back here. This was almost $15,000. We'll go ahead and stick it on there. Oh, wait. I forgot something. We need to pull this back off. Need to get to, there's a place where, yeah, rear window. Got to get in there. That's a tricky one. And then maybe engine cover. We'll go there. Oh, man, look at that thing. Big old intercoolers there. Put our trunk on. Appreciate everything that this is. Good Lord, that thing is gorgeous. Left tail light, right tail light. This license plate, that's got to go. Oh, well, we'll put new license plates on. We'll deal with that when we get there. Right body window A is already in there. Let's go ahead and take that out and take a gander or take a look if it's any good. There's some people who still say take a gander or something, right? It's saying right body window A is 100% there, so it's good to go. You get on there. And I think, to me, okay, we got all our mirrors, got all our lights. We will take care of the license plates when we get there. We're looking good. I think we're ready for wheels. Now, this is where things get tricky. Looking in the wheels, I couldn't find anything that totally matched the F40 wheels, which were fantastic. They're a 5-star type wheel with rivets around the outside. But I'll show you what I do like. We'll go over here. And it's actually these, the first one. It's got the rivets on the outside. It's still got the 5. I mean, if you look at, imagine these were filled in. That'd be the star that were found on the original F40. The only thing that's kind of close to it that's in here is these. And I just don't like the look of it. I don't think it looks as performance or as good, honestly, as these. So we can call this like an homage to the 5-star original F40 wheels with the rivets all the way around. And I like those. I think that's the one we're going to go with on this. Here we go with the installation of our tires. Yes, these are going to be the fronts. Get those balanced. There we go. Yes, and let's throw our rears on here so you can see the difference. Install. Yes. We'll run over here, the rears. Went with the slicks because I think we're going to be making a lot of power. And it just makes sense to have the car be drivable. It's still the stock width and tread and height and everything like that. It's just in a slick form, which, I mean, it's going to make the car more enjoyable, right? Do more fun stuff. Before we go about installing the tires, we need to take care of our rear transaxle here. Get that all installed. Rear drive axle B, which the fastener is going to be there. Same for this side. And the fastener will be over there. Now we can see what our wheel tire combo are going to be. This is the 335s. That's definitely the rear. A very wide very pleasing. What I hope. Oh yeah, look at how it fills the wheel well. Absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, that is the perfect tire. And I think wheel combo for that. It definitely pays homage to the original with a little bit of a modern flair. Again, this car was, what, 1989? 1990, something in there. And there was things that were just a little bit different. This is the 245's 40. Yes, this is the front. These on here, they do have a little bit of tread on them in case you find yourself out in the weather and want to turn your vehicle. But let's stand back and take a look. I think that looks great. I really do. I think that fits the car and it works. The car is lowering down and I feel like it's time we move it over and actually drop it all the way down and appreciate it for everything that it is. A Ferrari F40. Let's send it, kick it over because we can't open the doors here and send it over there and take care of any and all interior issues we may have, which we have a few. There are no seats and there is no steering wheel. So let's go into the interior disassemble mode and then assemble. Front right seat, front left seat. There you go. And you need a steering wheel. I think that is nice. That should work. But while we're here, we probably got the thing a little bit dirty. Let's go ahead and take the interior tool over to the area and give it a good scrub-a-dub. Right? Use it, yes. Okay, you can go back to where you came from. Go. Man, this Ferrari F40 is absolutely gorgeous. I really do like this wheel and tire combo. I hope you guys do too. I mean, to me, it really does work well. It's an homage to the originals. Again, like I said, I'm just repeating myself here. But I think it works well. Before we really take this all in, we should send it over to the paint booth. And while I do appreciate the color, here's a Ferrari. I feel like it just has to be Ferrari red. And I know I may be just another person that appreciates red Ferraris, which I do. I feel like those cars were designed to be red. I dig this kind of like navy-ish slash greenish cell, whatever's going on here. I dig it. Just for me, it's a Ferrari F40. I had this poster on my wall. It was red. I feel like this should be red. You remember the Gas Monkey Garage episode where they painted a Ferrari F40 black? Yeah. Look at this. Goes from, that's who painted a Ferrari F40 black to, hey, that's a Ferrari F40. That looks amazing. Yep, that's what we're doing. Paint car. There you go. All right, time for the moment of truth. Oh, we need to go get our battery. Is it still charging? Or did we put it back in? Oh, nope, it's still charging. Grab our battery. Let's get that installed, and then let's see what it does on the dyno. There we go, battery installed. I was looking all over for that thing. I figured in true Ferrari fashion, we'd have to remove pretty much everything to be able to get the battery in, but no, we're in good shape. Battery is in, it is charged. We are ready for the dyno. What a gorgeous car. Are you kidding me? All right, let's get you to where you belong. Over to the dyno. And just look at it through that window right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Ferrari F40. Let's see what we're working with. Original stock factory horsepower, 597 horsepower, over 618 pound-feet of torque. Let's run it. Let's see what we did. We did put a bunch of performance parts into this thing, and let's see if it paid off. There she goes. She's climbing, she's climbing, she's climbing. And we ended up 1,000 48 horsepower, 1,060 pound-feet of torque. This thing is a monster. Absolute monster. Especially if you factor in power to weight. It's a good thing we put the slicks on here. Actually, let's sit in this car for a second. Let's just appreciate. Look at this. Gated shifter. I mean, whew. What a mod. Carbon fiber. What a mod. What a car. Let's go see what this thing can do. Let's move you over to garage entrance A and then walk out and appreciate the gorgeousness that is the Ferrari F40. Let's take it to the speed track. There's really no point. It's going to top the thing out real quick. We didn't put a performance transaxle in it, but it doesn't need top speed. It's more of a track car, which we'll do that too, but let's just see what it does. We'll see what it tops out at. And here we are. Just bounce it off the limiter. And there she goes. Straight as an arrow. What a beast. We're already at 100. Oh, I can't even. 200 miles an hour. There it is. What a car. 222. Oh, man. We almost got to 225. This car is absolutely insane. And it didn't even crash or go nuts afterwards. What a car. We're here at the abandoned airport. Because I'm still keyboard catting this thing because I have got an issue with my PC that is not letting me use my controller. So if we took it to the track, it would just be keyboard catting annoyingness that you guys would probably get sick of quickly. But man, this car, even here. Let's do our J turn. Does it great. What a car. It sounds great too. Oh, no, there we go. Now the only color red outside of matte was metallic. So that's the reason it's metallic. All Ferrari F40s, none of them were metallic. But it was the only option given to me other than a matte finish. So it's close, but it's not totally original. This car is absolutely gorgeous and an absolute joy to drive. Why not just take it to the track and kind of see how that goes with a keyboard? Again, I'm still working on this issue. It's got to be some kind of driver. It's got to be something with some mod or some update or something going on. I will get this figured out quickly. It's the top of my list. It's been driving me nuts and driving. Let's go and see if we can at least try to make it look decent. And here we are. We'll start from the in-car cam. There we go. Man, this thing loves the launch. And thankfully we put those slicks on. Otherwise this thing would be even squirrelier than it would be, especially with a keyboard. Step outside. I mean, the thing just hugs the track. I mean, it's a Ferrari. It's a Ferrari F40. And it's all or nothing throttle because of the stupid keyboard issue. Guys, I promise. I am working diligently to figure out where my problem is. Ran it off the track a little bit there, but that's okay. Saved it. That was a close call. You imagine doing that in real life with this car? I mean, these things, premium. Very, very expensive. Up in the millions and millions of dollars. All right, and here we come. Down to the start-finish line. And we will call this good because we didn't break the car. All right. Back to the garage, see what we will get for our hard labor. First, I want to tackle the rear license plate issue. Let's go with our friends in Iowa. Let's go Iowa. And there she goes. Okay, I think we're good to go here. We got everything. We got 100% across the board. Yes, we are indeed. Look at the car value. Are you kidding me? Considering that we found this car in a junkyard. Sitting in a junkyard. Absolutely amazing. Wow, where do I even start? Look at the restoration bonus alone. Do we want to sell the car? Absolutely want to sell the car. I'm going to miss it. No doubt. But we're going to sell our car for $3,525,156. Cha-ching is correct. We are now standing at $5 million. Actually, let me clear my inventory. Let's go over here. Sell parts. Go all the way up to 100%. Yes, sell it all. Now we are at $5,389,288. Guys, I think we can now finally start buying that rare Bugatti that I found in a barn once. That was several $1 million. We are now at $5,389,228. Absolutely amazing. We started with $2,225,071. So this is a massive leap. That's a difference of $3.1 million. I'd say that's a game changer. That was a game changer car. Guys, that was amazing. And you know what else is amazing? Your support. You guys, I think we are just getting really close. I just checked. We are getting very, very close to 25,000 subscribers. That's because of you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're new here. Thank you so much for subscribing. Happy to have you. Hope you're enjoying it. Guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. The support from beginning to end. Every one of you guys. Each and every one of you guys. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.